Sakito and Bayandi are hungry, so they come to the garage and Bunbun happily makes them some curry. He tells them to have as much as they want. Sakito asks where Bunbun's other half Taiya is. Bunbun says he has a delivery job with Nato-san and explains that Taiya met Mr. Nato in middle school. Mr. Nato became his sensei when it comes to becoming rich. I guess some guys had all the time, Sakito says to himself. After receiving the top-secret package from Nato-san, Taiya meets back with Shishiro, who is waiting at the car. You really trust him, don't you? Shishiro asks. Meanwhile, the General Three each have nightmares about getting defeated by the Boonboomgers. They haven't heard anything from the higher-ups and wonder if they've been abandoned. They miss Madrex and remember a previous mission where they failed. But Madrex-sama had encouraged them to keep racing like there's no breaks in life. They decide to keep fighting for Madrex and head out to continue collecting gasoline. At the ISA, Shirabe is meeting with the director to deliver a report. The director is the one who provided Cannonborg's location to her, and before she leaves, she asks what his source was for that information. The director says it's not for her to know. He asks her about the Boonboomgers and says they seem to be just run-of-the-mill couriers. No, Shirabe says. They are delivery people. Investigator Shirabe tells him all about them. She first talks about Taiya and Bunbun, which makes Bunbun sneeze. Then Sakito and Bayandi as well, followed by Shishiro, Mira, and Ju. Though Genba can supply the Boonboomgers with anything they might need, she doesn't have much on his history or background. So he is a mystery. On the other side of town, the General Three return to the public restroom and attach keys in the toilet. That brings about Toilet Grumer Limited to commemorate the first time Madrex arrived on this planet. This time, the Kuramaju is equipped with an additional power wherein he uses a plunger on people to remove empty toilet rolls from their bodies. In essence, pulling out their tubing, making them go limp. This immediately produces plenty of gasoline. Having been in the area, Sakito is the first to face the Kuramaju and quickly henshins. The director asks Shirabe why the Boonboomgers would volunteer their time like this. She says they cannot ignore the screams of the people. The director still doesn't understand. But Shirabe says he can only understand it once he's delivered something. As the others arrive on the scene, Shishiro has bad memories of their first time with Toilet Guruma. As they henshin, Shishiro warns them not to get hit with the toilet water. Mira explains that your true self comes out when you do. After a roll call, Mira, Ju, and Sakito get doused with toilet water. But it doesn't affect them since they have nothing to hide. No two-faced people here, Genba says. Taiya does not care if his true feelings come out. Mira says it wouldn't hurt to have a peek at Taiya's true Bakuage nature. Shishiro insists that Taiya is nothing like that. But just then, Shishiro gets sprayed with toilet water. He quickly asks if Taiya is alright, but his 119 suit is waterproof. They realize though, that Shishiro is his normal self as well. Turns out Toilet Guruma Limited's power is not as water like the original, but just the plunger instead. The Boonbooms are revved up. They take care of the remaining Negeretta while Taiya and Sakito deliver Zunzan Overdrive and Aero Drive finishers at the Kuramaju. Yuruka quickly embiggens him. The Boonbooms hop into Boonboomger Robo 119 and Bianbian Mach Robo. Toilet Guruma Limited shoots water into the air, but Taiya counters with his fire hose. The Kuramaju applauds it. The Boonbooms up gattai to full throttle formation and deliver a finisher at Toilet Guruma Limited, sending him flying into space to explode. Everyone is back to normal and no longer limp. Later, Taiya delivers the top-secret package to the research facility. Investigator Shirabe reiterates that Taiya will always come running when he hears screaming, but he will always make his deliveries too. That's how he is, and what brings him pride. The director says that fixation could be what ends up hurting him. What do you mean? Shirabe asks, but the director just says that he seems to be a very interesting person. Shirabe leaves the office. But walking to the office is Mr. Nato. Outside the research facility, Taiya confirms with the others that this delivery job is done. But they suddenly hear an explosion. They turn around and are shocked to see a Hashirian approaching them, holding the case that Taiya had just delivered. Genba, however, is enraged and he charges straight at the Hashirian, leaping into the air. Episode thoughts. Cut to black. Wow. An exciting cliffhanger for the Boonbooms. And one that comes after another great and fun episode. I feel like this serves as our mid-season recap/clip show episode. The one that usually pairs with either the finale of or the premiere of a Kamen Rider season. But the show was much more creative this time. Shirabe fills the director, and new potential viewers hanging around from Kamen Rider, in on the basics of this season. Particularly the characters, or rather, the Boonbooms specifically. The General 3 do their part with touching upon Madrex and their mission on Earth. So it was a great way to do the recap episode without it being merely a clip show. Investigator Shirabe's recap of the Boonbooms was really great. And we even got a nice moment at the start with a peek at Sakito's lonely childhood again too. Even then, we get the big revelation that Nato-san could possibly not be on the up and up. Which is not a surprise of course. And it would be good story for Taiya. But definitely very interesting. Especially with last week's tease of the ISA having their own secrets as well. Speaking of, I'm looking forward to learning more about Genba's past. And tying his story with the newly arrived general is a great way to do that while also introducing this next lap and major arc for the Boonbooms. I did think that we would get more fun with the toilet water. Perhaps Shishiro admitting his true feelings for Taiya. But then again, it's much too early for that. Or based on the preview trailer for this arc, the toilet water revealing Genba's secret past. But the show pulled a fast one on us. LOL, and that's actually great. The season is able to bring us some nice surprises like that. Keeps you on your toes. So they can balance the fun and amusement with legitimately exciting and emotional stories. It's always exciting when we have a season that is overall fun and light, but then get these dramatic moments. Just like that final scene. I feel like that contrast of seeing usually fun, happy characters have to become serious when needed really builds them up as true heroes. And of course exciting story. The usually smiling and happy Genba's face dropping and then charging in anger toward the Hashirian? Amazing. Can't wait to watch this next arc play out. And the rest of this season play out as well. Officially halfway through already. Full speed ahead for the Boonbooms, and it's been a great ride so far.